Hello, welcome back. This is Dr. Neil Thompson at the University of Maine at Fort Kent. In our last video, we've just completed a viewshed analysis that is calculating the number of times that each location on the landscape can be seen from a road, and the total area that is visible from each point along this road. This analysis was completed using points spaced evenly every 10 meters. Now, I performed this analysis using a deprecated plugin in the open source GIS software QGIS. This is the only way that I've found to attach the viewshed areas to each one of these points. If you are limited to ArcGIS, or if you don't need to have this data, then you can still calculate this information using ArcGIS only. So let's turn off our old analysis, leaving only the road and the digital elevation model. Now the first step is to densify the road layer. What that does is create a vertex at a specified distance. Densify. The editing tool. The input feature will be your road. The distance, I use 10 meters. I've already done this, so I'm going to hit cancel instead of OK. And I'm going to show you the vertices so that you know what has happened. So if we zoom in here and show the vertices, you will see a point every 10 meters. What the program is going to do is calculate a viewshed from each one of these points, and then sum them together to get the total number of times that each location on the landscape can be seen. We don't need to do anything there, so let's proceed. We are going to use the Viewshed tool. 3D or Spatial Analyst works the same. The input raster will be the elevation model, not the hillshade. The road will be the input polyline observer features, and it will again use the vertices defining that polyline. The output raster I'm going to send as arc output.tif. So now we have a default view that is showing only visible and not visible areas. But if we look at the attribute table, we have very much more data than that. We have a value, the number of times that it can be seen, and a count, the number of times that value occurs. So if we go to Properties, and instead of our visible, not visible, we symbolize this in the same way that we did our last one, with break values at 50 and 100. So we are considering a location that can be seen less than 50 times, or for less than 500 meters of road distance, because each point is 10 meters from the last, as unimportant. And then we have moderate importance, 50 to 100 views, and that is 500 to 1,000 meters of visibility. Greater than that, high visual importance. And now we can compare between the two, and we have fairly good agreement. There are some differences in the way these analyses are performed. When we're using a densified line, there are still points at the vertices that are defining the original road line. So every time the road takes a turn, it will have a vertex there. That means there's more points, more viewsheds being combined into this analysis, which is one of the reasons why you see some minor differences. The unfortunate thing about this is that it aggregates the data, and I have not found a way to produce this useful data set of the total area that can be seen from each point representing the road. As you can see here, as you go down through this gully, you have a lower visible area. As you get out of that valley, you have a greater visible area. That could be useful in designing roadside pullouts or any number of things. But if that's of no importance to you, then ArcGIS can be very useful for defining which points on the landscape are going to be of greater visual importance than another. Thank you for watching. Please get in contact if you have any questions. My email is neilthompson@maine.edu. Thank you very much for watching.